All right, so you sent me this little snippet about the Canary Islands, and it sounds pretty cool.
It does.
More than just a beach vacation, huh?
Yeah, I think they're promising an adventure, like you said.
Yeah.
More than just sitting on a beach somewhere.
Yeah.
It sounds like...
All right, everybody, welcome back to the show, and today we are diving deep into Playa de Las Américas.
Oh,
Tenerife.
sun, sea, and sand.
We got a really cool YouTube video transcript here from a local YouTuber who's giving us like the local lowdown on this really famous vacation spot.
Yeah.
So we're ready to get into the nitty gritty. Are you ready to go?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
So one thing that I think is really cool about Playa de Las Américas, and we're going to talk about the beaches and all that.
Right.
But it's way more than just beaches, right?
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of people don't realize about Playa de Las Américas. It's not just about, going and laying out on the sand.
Right.
You can certainly do that. But it's a whole network. It's a whole tourist ecosystem, really, that's built for vacationing year-round.
Right.
Not just for a couple months out of the year.
Yeah, I love that you use the word ecosystem because that's a really good way to put it.
Yeah.
Because you've got, like you said, those beaches, and not just like one or two beaches. We're talking about multiple beaches here.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of them have, they've gotten that blue flag certification.
That's right, yeah.
From the Foundation for Environmental Education in Europe. What does that even mean, though?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Like, does that mean it's a good beach? What does that mean?
Yeah, it's not just a pretty flag. The blue flag, actually, they have like some pretty intense standards to get a blue flag. So water quality, safety, accessibility, environmental management, all that kind of stuff.
Oh, wow.
So it's not just you're getting like a pretty beach, you're actually getting like
right.
a well-managed top-tier beach.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
So, we've got those beaches, but it's not just like daytime fun either, right?
Exactly.
Because I think a lot of people think of beaches and they think of, okay, it's, it's a day at the beach, I'm going to go in the morning and then I'm going to leave in the evening.
But that's not the case here.
No, not at all. Because as the sun sets, Playa de Las Américas kind of transforms, right? Into like this totally different thing.
Yeah.
You've got those water sports by day, like the surfing, jet skiing. But then it like totally morphs into this bustling nightlife hub.
Yeah. Bars,
pubs, restaurants, just like all buzzing under the stars.
Absolutely. And I think that's kind of what makes it work,
Yeah.
It appeals to a bunch of different people. Like, if you want to go during the day,
right,
you can do that. If you want to go at night, you can do that. And the way they've kind of developed it is really fascinating,
Right, yeah. And kind of speaking of that development, like they have this massive promenade.
Oh, yeah.
And this isn't just some little like boardwalk. We're talking 9 kilometers.
9 kilometers.
Promenade that like links up Costa Adeje, Playa de las Américas, and Los Cristianos.
Wow.
So you could literally go for like a morning jog.
Oh, yeah.
And have ocean views for days.
And what's cool about it is that it's not just for tourists. The locals use it too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's like this shared space, this artery that's connecting all these places. And so I think it's kind of cool to think about, how tourism and local life is intertwining in this one space.
Yeah, and beyond the beaches and this epic promenade,
right.
We've got tons of shopping.
Oh, yeah.
Everything from like those high-end boutiques for the fashionistas out there to the classic souvenir shops we all secretly love.
We all love a souvenir shop.
And the food sounds amazing too.
Yeah.
You can find traditional Canarian food.
Yeah.
Alongside like all these international flavors, I bet, with ocean views.
Of course.
So, really, this is like a place that has it all.
Yeah.
But, thinking about, all this development, all these attractions geared toward tourism. How does Playa de las Américas make sure that it keeps its local character?
That's a really good question.
How do they make sure that it's still appealing to residents?
Yeah.
Not just visitors.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is something that so many destinations struggle with.
Absolutely. Do you want to become so touristy that you lose what made you special in the first place?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, it's a tough line to walk.
Yeah, it's a tightrope walk for sure.
Yeah.
And, speaking of ensuring that everyone can enjoy themselves.
Right.
It's worth noting that the beaches here are really well equipped.
Yeah.
For people with reduced mobility.
That's great.
So, no one's excluded from the fun.
Good.
So what does this all mean for you?
Yeah. What does it all mean?
What does it all mean?
Yeah.
What's the takeaway here?
Yeah.
I think the takeaway is that Playa de las Américas offers this truly multifaceted experience.
That's right.
You've got the sun, you've got the sea, You've got the activities.
Right.
You've got the nightlife. And that accessibility.
It's not just a beach.
Yeah.
It's a dynamic destination that is, constantly changing, evolving, and it's catering to this global audience while hopefully also preserving its unique identity.
Yeah.
So I think,
that's a great point.
As you're picturing yourself there, maybe planning your trip.
Right.
Here's something to think about. How does this balance between global tourism and local charm actually play out?
That is a great question.
What impact does it have on the local community, on the environment?
Yeah, are they taking steps to make sure that, the environment is preserved?
Yeah.
And that the local community benefits from tourism? And,
absolutely.
All of that.
Yeah.
It's such an interesting question. Really, we encourage you to explore those aspects of Playa de Las Américas.
Yeah.
That, pique your curiosity. Is it the sustainable practices of those blue flag beaches? Is it the impact of that amazing promenade on local businesses? There's a whole world within this one destination just waiting to be discovered.
Yeah.
So happy travels.
Happy travels.
We'll see you next time.
See you later.
Bye-bye.